Good morning, India. Good morning, everyone. January 25th, 2015, the Times of India published an article where they said 1 in 10 people suffer from hypothyroid issues. It's 2016 right now, and that number's only increased. Thyroid problems plague millions of people across the world every single year, and it is one of the main causes of several symptoms that mostly all of us, go through on a daily basis. I made a couple of points today, but my intention of this whole call is to actually help each and every one of you out there who are suffering from hypothyroid issues to once and for all heal and repair your thyroid gland naturally and using lifestyle. Right from weight gain, inability to lose weight, brittle fingernails, soft bones, falling hair, feeling chills, cold feelings in your feet and hands and in your fingers, frequent infections, dizziness, constipation, mental fatigue, physical fatigue, headaches, migraines. All these are symptoms of an underactive or a poorly performing thyroid. And we may have a medicine and a pill and an antibiotic for all these symptoms I just mentioned, or if we just fix our thyroid gland, all these symptoms can slowly and eventually disappear. The thyroid gland is a little butterfly-shaped gland situated below our neck, and it has some of the most important functions in the human body, right from controlling metabolic activity to hormonal balance. The thyroid gland is responsible for many, many more functions. An underactive thyroid might be the number one reason for weight gain and the inability to lose weight across men and women worldwide. So today, we're going to talk about what impacts the thyroid gland, why we have hypothyroid in the first place, and then I know there are many of you out there who are on medication for years, and there are many of you who have been diagnosed with thyroid problems and don't want to get onto medication. Number one, I'm not here to claim that you should not take medication and that your doctors are wrong. I'm over here to tell you that just don't take medication for an underactive thyroid. Try to find out what the underlying cause is for an underactive thyroid in the first place. It's better that you know the root cause and work with that, because medications do nothing to nourish and repair your thyroid gland. Yes, you take it, it's more thyroxine, you feel a little bit better because you have more energy levels, but it never fixes your thyroid gland, which is why most people are told by their doctors that being on a thyroid medication is for a lifetime. And I'm here to tell you today that it doesn't have to be there. Fixing your thyroid and being free of any thyroid disease does not have to be a struggle. Because number one, the human body is designed to heal itself. Two, when we marry nature, lifestyle, and we have faith in the intelligence of the human body to heal, you can fix your thyroid problem. So let's start off by talking about stress and the impact it has. I want each of you to understand very, very carefully the way stress impacts your thyroid gland. When you get stressed, your adrenal glands produce a hormone called cortisol. Cortisol is a stress hormone. It's a good hormone. We need it. We need it to survive. We need it for reflexes. We need it for bodily functions. But it becomes a problem when our body generates too much of cortisol. When we're chronically stressed, when we have stress every day, when we're moving from one stressful situation or person to another, our cortisol is produced more and more, and it stays at high levels. Now, three things happen when your cortisol levels increase and stay high. High cortisol levels lower thyroxine. Your thyroid gland produces lesser thyroxine. Lesser thyroxine means lower DHEA, which is a hormone that boosts immunity. Lesser DHEA and lesser thyroxine means lesser testosterone, which is a sex hormone, which is important for hormonal imbalance and many other functions in the human body. So this is the impact of stress. It's the easiest thing for doctors, nutritionists, and healers to tell you, manage your stress and your thyroid will get better. But there is much truth and wisdom in that. Higher cortisol levels means you are putting oxidative stress on your thyroid gland. So stress has a direct impact on your thyroid gland. Again, today, the world is full of extreme diets. veganism, paleo diets, raw fruit, raw vegetable juicing diets. These are great for different people in different situations, but when you go extreme in these diets, they can cause problems and even serious diseases and also thyroid issues. For example, going vegan and eating too many raw vegetables, especially cabbage, cauliflower, kale, broccoli, all of that, all these vegetables are rich in goitrogens, and goitrogens impact and have a negative effect on your thyroid gland. They're great vegetables, they're anti-cancer vegetables, but in moderation, in the right way. Sometimes they need to be cooked, sometimes they need to be steamed. So whatever diet you embrace, be aware that your diet could be causing many issues, right from vitamin deficiencies, mineral deficiencies, to issues like thyroid, diabetes, and many other complications. So mindfulness, moderation in anything that you choose in life. So be aware of goitrogenic foods that can cause thyroid problems and impact the thyroid. Coming to the next part, dietary oils. Oil is something that all of us consume every single day. So if we are consuming the wrong dietary oil, we are either poisoning, slowly poisoning, and weakening our cells and our organs. And if we're consuming the right oil, we are energizing and nourishing our cells and our organs, which means we have better hormones and better immunity. I want to talk about dietary oils that are one of the main reasons that why people have thyroid issues today. Polyunsaturated oils. Examples of these oils are soybean oil, corn oil, sunflower oil, vegetable oils. The market flooded supermarkets and shelves with polyunsaturated oils over the last few years, pushing out unrefined, cold pressed, and natural saturated fats, which are actually the best for cooking. And let me tell you why. For example, soybean oil is found in almost every processed food. It is difficult to visit a restaurant that does not use soybean oil or some sort of vegetable oil that contains soybean. Soybean is a polyunsaturated oil, and this oil and products of these oil are used to feed livestock. They're used to feed animals for them to promote weight gain in animals. So yes, these oils promote weight gain in animals, and they also promote bad weight gain, unhealthy weight gain in human beings. Now the problem with unsaturated oils, these oils block the production of thyroxine from your thyroid gland. They lessen the communication between hormones and cells. And communication between hormones and cells is the most important thing for weight loss, hormonal balance, and any function that happens in your body. Every function happening in your body is chemical in nature. There is communication between a cell and a hormone. So a cell either opens up based on communication to accept good nutrition or bad nutrition. A cell communicates with a hormone to control insulin, insensitivity, sugar levels in the body. Everything is communication between a cell and a hormone. And this communication is controlled by hormones, which is controlled by the thyroid gland. So if you have less thyroxine, you have less communication between these cells and hormones, which means your cells could be containing and storing more and more fat, which is not natural to the human body, but there is miscommunication because of a poor and underactive thyroid gland. Second, when you have a poor thyroid gland, less thyroxine means more estrogen. If your thyroxine levels are low in the human body, your estrogen levels are higher. Now that's a bad thing, because when you have high estrogen levels, the body starts producing less and lesser of the protective hormones like progesterone. And we all know. So, the third thing, when you have less thyroxine, thyroxine also has an important function of eliminating cholesterol from the human body. So sometimes high cholesterol, you go to a doctor, you're given a cholesterol pill, you're put onto a statin, which is disastrous to your health, where all you needed to do was fix your thyroid. These are all the functions that the thyroid gland has, and the effect of polyunsaturated oils, the food that you eat, processed foods, foods that are rich in sugar, junk food, fast food that contains polyunsaturated fats, soybean oil, all of this destroys your thyroid health. Polyunsaturated fats oxidize quickly. They turn rancid in your cells. This compromises liver function. They don't allow the production of enzymes which require to convert fat into energy. And what's the problem with an underactive thyroid? Weight gain. Because your liver doesn't have sufficient enzymes to convert fat into energy. To convert fat into energy, you need the thyroid 4, which is your T4, and your T3. You need a conversion of T4 to T3 to be effective. And that generates enzymes which allows for the conversion of fat into energy. So when you consume these wrong foods and these wrong fats, it impairs that conversion. It puts oxidative stress on your liver. The slower your liver, the less the fat burn, and several other organs in your body and metabolic functions get impacted. So coming to a TSH test, a lot of us do a thyroid stimulating hormone test. That's not enough, because a TSH could also be a false expression. Many times people have TSH levels which are within range, but sometimes they still have an underactive thyroid gland. So to be sure, you need to do TSH, you need to do T3, and you need to do T4. It's very important to do T3 and T4, because you need to make sure that your T4 is getting converted into T3, which means you need good levels of T4 and T3, and then your TSH is great. It's accurate. So you have good levels of TSH, T3, and T4, you have a great thyroid function. But you may have good TSH, but there is an abnormality in your T4 and your T3. You need to improve your thyroid function. Now let's come to the solution. Your solution to fix your thyroid gland is virgin coconut oil. And I'm here to tell you exactly how this miracle oil has been used for years to treat not only thyroid diseases, but diseases ranging from cancer right up to obesity. Unlike a polyunsaturated fat, which is a long chain fatty acid, pure virgin coconut oil is an MCT. It is a medium chain fatty acid. It is a medium chain triglyceride. A little bit of chemistry so you understand. Now, an MCT metabolizes quickly with the least possible oxidative stress on your liver tissues and on your organs, which means it gets metabolized, it allows for conversion of fat into energy, it allows for conversion of T4 into T3, it stimulates the thyroid gland, it energizes and nourishes the thyroid gland, and it heals the thyroid gland. Unlike your thyroid medication, which is just giving you a little more thyroxine and your dose keeps increasing based on the lifestyle you live. But now you know the amount of hormones and chemistry related to the thyroid function. Your thyroid medication is not addressing any of that. But now when you start consuming coconut oil, pure virgin coconut oil, the highest quality coconut oil, you stimulate and you repair your thyroid function. There are many other benefits of that. It allows for conversion of fat into energy. It increases your metabolic activity and metabolic rate in the human body. And yes, coconut oil helps you lose abdominal fat. It helps you burn belly fat. It helps you burn fat. Now let's not get distracted over there. Let's not forget that we're talking about thyroid and be all excited about using coconut oil to burn belly fat. We have a whole separate talk about weight loss and coconut oil at some later stage, maybe next week. Let's come back to the thyroid right now. So my solution for your thyroid gland is balanced nutrition. Don't go extreme with raw fruit, raw vegetable juicing. Sometimes you need to steam cruciferous vegetables if you have a thyroid issue. And consuming too much of raw vegetables, especially the cruciferous and high sulfur vegetables, can cause a thyroid problem. So balanced nutrition, adequate exercise, because it's all about circulation. You want good blood circulation because blood carries oxygen and the nutrients from the food that you eat to your cells. So the more nutrients and the more energy your cells get, the stronger your cells, the more energized your cells, and the more balanced your hormones, the more stronger your immunity. Sleep, you want quality and quantitative sleep, because while you sleep, each of these cells that I'm talking about, your thyroid gland, your liver, your kidneys, they rejuvenate. They get stronger while you sleep. And of course, your cortisol levels are lowest when you sleep. So more sleep, better sleep means lesser stress, which means lesser cortisol. And coming back to coconut oil again. 2 to 3 tablespoons of coconut oil is enough to stimulate and repair your thyroid gland. As of now, I have over 600 patients worldwide, not patients, they're clients, I don't like the word patients, who are either off medication, thyroid medication, which they've been on for over 20 years. Many of them have been diagnosed with thyroid and they have started using these methods and never gotten onto medication. Now, keep your doctor in the loop, because if you've been on thyroid medication for a long time, you just can't get off that medication. You need to transition, lower your dosage. For example, you're on 100 mg, you cut it down to 50, and then 25, and then 5, while you parallelly build up everything I'm telling you into your lifestyle. And keep your doctor in the loop, because sometimes you may get chills, you may get a slight fever when you suddenly get off your thyroid medication. But the idea is, you can heal your own thyroid right now, starting from today. There is one more trace mineral called selenium, and selenium gets depleted especially when your thyroid gland is not functioning well. So sometimes in severe cases of thyroidism, you may need to supplement with selenium. Now, if you don't want to take a plant-based selenium supplement, you can get natural selenium in foods like nuts and seeds, almonds, walnuts, pumpkin seeds, and sunflower seeds. So here's my remedy for you right now to fix your thyroid gland. If you are willing to make a lifestyle change and make these 2 or 3 changes, yes, you can get off your medication. But if you're not willing to make these lifestyle changes, it's safer that you stay on your medication. Let's recap these lifestyle changes that you need to make. 2 to 3 tablespoons of cold press or wet milled pure virgin coconut oil every day. Now, you can cook with it. And I definitely suggest using coconut oil to cook. It's one of the best oils to cook. It's a saturated oil which metabolizes quickly. It helps you lose weight. And for example, if you use a tablespoon of a normal oil to cook a particular dish, when you switch to coconut oil, you can use half a tablespoon, because the quality of oil, the high heating temperature of the oil and the viscosity of the oil is such that you can cook more food with less oil. So you may want to change, and it doesn't have to smell bad. Cold pressed coconut oil doesn't smell like coconut. It has a very light, nutty flavor, and you would enjoy having it raw. So let's go back to that recap of lifestyle changes that you can make. Adequate and balanced nutrition. Clean food. Limit your junk and processed food, because you have no control over the kind of vegetable oil that they use. And we all know that by now polyunsaturated oils is one of the main causes of thyroid issues and weight gain. 2 to 3 tablespoons of virgin coconut oil. Selenium, you may want to supplement with selenium or eat selenium rich foods. And that is the journey that you begin to heal your thyroid gland. So right now, right today, it is in your hands to nourish this little gland that controls so much of activity that happens in your body. And believe me, you want to take care of it right now, because when people have diseases like cancer or diabetes and a thyroid disease, it becomes very difficult to treat those diseases, because the thyroid function also stimulates immunity, and immunity is everything. So when you have a disease which is caused by low immunity, and then again you have a low thyroid issue, your immunity is totally compromised. So I would encourage everyone, invest in healing your thyroid gland. Invest in keeping a healthy thyroid gland. And yes, these are easy things to do. Let's add a little bit of pleasure to that. Sex. The more sex you have, safe, hygienic, clean sex, you have a better thyroid function. And let me explain why. Because when your thyroid gland is stimulated, your DHEA, which is a sex hormone, as well as a hormone that boosts immunity, is produced in volumes. And your testosterone levels, which is also a sex hormone, found in men more and in women as well, gets boosted. And that boosts your immunity and hold. And it regenerates enzymes that regenerates the production of thyroxine. So it all comes down to lifestyle. You have it right here, right now. It's up to you to put it into force. And believe me, you will be satisfied with the results that you see. So you marry nature, have faith in the intelligence in the human body, and you use lifestyle to heal your thyroid gland. Until next time, live a clean life, eat healthy, breathe deep, sleep right, and manage your stress levels effectively. Thank you.